Hello, this is Susannah with Susannah Storch Photography. Today I am going to show you how I edit my film scans using Lightroom, which is pretty much the only program I use to edit photos. On occasion I will go into Photoshop if I absolutely have to, but for me it's such a time suck to use anything other than Lightroom. These film scans are from the Fine Lab in Utah, and some of them are from Boutique Film Lab. I believe they're in Alabama. I believe this set here is from the Fine Lab. This is off the top of my head. Um, so when I import the files into Lightroom, I do it very simply. The main thing I do is make sure there's no develop preset that is occurring while I'm importing. Um, the presets that I use, which are mainly for raw files, don't play nicely with the JPEGs that I get back from the film scan labs or the film labs. So I was just taking a look at this crop because I don't love all of these lines everywhere. I love Kiddo in yellow shirt with feet dangling, but I don't know what to make of all these angles. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Um, and so the next step after I do that is I usually kind of play with contrast first, and I like high contrast images, so I'll probably leave it like right about here. And then I adjust white balance. I like warmer images for the most part, but so like that's fine for me. Um, I sometimes struggle with tint, but I think I'm fine with that. So I just really am seeing like right in here how white this is. So I just want to bring this down a little bit um, because I want people to see this kiddo more than like the white there. So then what I would do after that, because bringing it down didn't really help, I will create a filter, gradient, whatever filter, and then just kind of decrease the exposure a little bit. I mean, this is not a huge difference, and now the ceiling's going to have that, but I'm too lazy to do a bunch of brush strokes and play with that. So I'll probably just leave it there. I mean, this is not the most profound image ever. It's one of a set, so I'm fine with that. So let's see. Just because I'm going to copy this and just see if I paste it since it's the same house. That's super duper contrasty. So I'm going to undo my paste and just start again. I feel like something's been applied to this, but maybe I don't mind the contrast up there. I'm just start it at neutral. I'm just bringing that down. So okay, yeah. So here's the contrast. I do it like that. I want to kind of reduce the entire exposure a little bit. Also, this crop is kind of annoying me. I don't mind sister. I don't really want to crop on chins or neck. Okay, let's see. What do I think about that? Sister, I don't know. Should sister be cropped out more? Kind of something like that. I mean, I just love this kid's eyes and his little outfit. I think that makes me feel a little bit better. His necklace is a little askew, but we'll get over it. So again, I like the images slightly warm. And the tint, I feel like that's fairly neutral. And then again, I'm going to do the gradient. Is it called the gradient filter? I don't even know. But I'm going to do exposure. I just want to bring these railings down a little bit so that my eye goes right to this kid. I mean, the railings are still a little bright, but I'm going to do what I can that's kind of subtle to help. Again, his eyes are just incredible. And then, so close those. And I'm going to zoom in on him. So I don't know. I think I usually get large film scans is what I pay for. You know, for my family sessions and families, I think that's fine. If I was doing landscapes, fine art landscapes, I might get um, bigger scans back. But for me, I think the large is fine. So I'm just going to see if I do this on the eyes and then bump that exposure, what I think about it. Close. I mean, I think I'm fine with that. So what was this? Okay, so also, like that shadow, maybe I want to bring down this. Did I dream that I edited these, and have I edited these and don't remember? But I mean, I could see why maybe I don't want that highlight to detract, but I mean, I don't know. I'm okay with this. I guess while I'm at it, I'll go in, now that I'm, and I'll make this brush a little bit bigger, feather it a little more, and I'll do an exposure on Dad's arm. I think that's a bit extreme for sure, but let's just do it, and then I'll zoom out and adjust it. So let's do 1:1, and then Dad, you know, close. Okay, so I don't know, I pulled some of the highlights on Dad's arm just a little bit. So, I mean, I'm fine with this image. Next, let's see. I mean, this one's a little blurry from motion. I feel like I'm just going to skip it. I'm going to rate that at 0. I don't love it. Okay, Dad, again, these are all, I don't know if I love Dad on that one. Skip it. Okay, here we have a little buddy's hand in the sunlight. You know, I'm going to skip this image. I don't. Okay. Here's a sweet little moment with Dad holding baby girl. First thing is this crop in that window just kind of annoying me. So let's crop it differently. Even that broad band of light is like my eye just keeps looking at it. So I'm still going to do it this way, I think. And then, so rule of thirds, I mean, really, I would like it. I'm okay with this. And then next step is to adjust the contrast. So again, I like the high contrast there. I kind of like that. And then I think that this was neutral. This, I already kind of dialed it into a neutral tint. And then I just want to see if I kind of reduce a little bit. And then I'm going to quickly make this a little darker, just a little bit. So my eye looks at the scene. I might kind of make this wall a little darker. So close out of that. And then I think I'm going to go into her diaper and make that just a, just a fairly simple and fast adjustment to make it a little darker because I really want people's eyes to go on sweet moment with Dad and daughter. Okay,